So what we're going to do is do chocolate chip cookies, okay? Everyone has a recipe. Firstly, the oven's already turned on, so we don't have to worry about that. In a bowl, we're going to cream together the butter and sugar. When you cream something together, it's making it smooth, so the sugar is not as granular as if you were just to add it, right? So in this one container, it has brown sugar and white sugar already mixed together. Okay, so we're going to add that to the bowl. Take the wooden spoon, the back of the wooden spoon, and you just want to push down the butter and the sugar till it looks almost like peanut butter. Okay, then if you get too much of it sticking on your spatula, just use on the spoon, use a rubber spatula and just brush it off. You need a spoon?
I'm just looking for Bond.
Who is it?
Bond.
Bond?
Bond.
B-O-N-D?
Yeah.
No, they're with us, but they're not here.
Okay, so another area?
Say again?
They're not here today.
They're not here. I mean, you can check. I didn't put my attendance in yet,
Oh, gotcha.
but
Sounds good.
yeah, I think they're just at home. Remote. So you see how it's coming together? It looks almost like a peanut butter. Maybe not as dark because the brown sugar, we use light instead of darker. But see how nice and smooth using the bowl? Okay, what does it say do next? Third one.
Oh, good. Add the egg and beat it.
Add an egg. So we're going to take the egg. Want to crack it on something flat. If you hit it on the edge of a bowl, sometimes you get little jagged marks in it. When you go to break it, you'll get shell in there. So if you do it on something flat, you break it. See how it's all one piece, right? And that's going to go in the trash. Then we're going to mix it with the creamed butter and sugars. Using the back of your spoon again. You can stir a little bit, but you don't want to overmix too much because you don't want the butter to get too soft. If the butter gets too soft, sometimes the cookies will come out flatter. Okay, so what we can always do though is if it is too soft, we can always refrigerate it. So once you get it all, see how it's all mixed together pretty nice, evenly. What's the next thing? Add the flour. What else?
Baking soda.
Baking soda
Salt.
and salt. Flour, baking soda, and salt. They're all in one container. Take your finger and just mix it around a little bit before you add it to the bowl. You can add all of it at one time, it's fine. Whoops. Try not to get all over the place like I just did. You'll feel as it starts to come together, it starts to tighten up a little bit, not as soft, which is good. Once you don't see too much of the flour, then you're going to add your chocolate chips. Now take our chips, add our chips to it. Incorporate your chips. Try and mix them around as much as you can, so when you scoop it out, you don't have one that's just all chips, and then you have some that's just dough, where it's just, not chocolate chips, just a dough ball basically. But you want chocolate chips incorporated all the way throughout. Take your spatula. Now take the scoop, and we're going to do a nice even scoop. Use the side of the bowl so you don't have a whole lot hanging out. So put it on here. Okay, you don't want this. See all that extra? Now it's going to be uneven cookies. It's not going to be consistent. If you were selling them, somebody get that one, it's much bigger than the one that you're trying to sell, and they're going to complain about it. So it's good to be consistent. We're just going to scoop out 6 of them. And we're going to put your initials on the paper so we know which one's yours. And then we're going to bake them off, and those are going to be yours. The extra dough, just leave it in your bowl until we pull your cookies out. Leave it on your station. Once we realize that it works out and it's good, then we're going to mix them together and scoop them all out on a sheet pan and freeze them. Okay, so this, and we'll put your initial on it. Just when you put your initial on it, put it somewhere where you're not going to put a cookie on top of it. Last one, people just put their initial on and put cookies out. Before you know it, it was covering it and it was baking on top of the magic marker. You really don't want that. Any questions on it? Take your time. We're going to walk around. We'll help you as much as we can. If you have a question, just let us know. Okay?